You folks ready?
So, as of this recording, we just finished the absolute keynote that is Killer 7. And in contrast, we're playing this garbage game for troglodytes.
Video games are a beautiful medium where you have something like Killer 7 with not a lot of gameplay, but heavy story, symbolism, all that stuff. Although it has just enough gameplay to not be like, you know, certain games where they're like walk for like. Remember when Journey came out on the PS3 and everyone was freaking out? And even I was like, you literally just press forward.
Yeah, it's like, it's a very artsy game. Like, I appreciate it from like a visual standpoint, but everything else is like, okay. Alright, so, I did farm some points, so we're gonna be buying some stuff. So, one thing that kind of limits you from like grinding as fast as possible is that if you see on the bottom right it says stock plus limit, that's as many upgrades that I can buy from this individual save node.
Oh wow.
So even if you like grind 1,000,000 points, you cannot like force this stuff as fast as possible. So yeah, so I've been playing this game some more. Gotta say this game is not very good. Easily the worst Dino Crisis so far. But what you want to do is that the wasp, even though they're annoying and they cost a lot, it's really your only way to do anything in this game. Like, they just do so much more damage than any of your weapons.
Wow.
By so much. So I think I'm going to buy that. I think I'll increase my eliminate gauge.
And you can only get one of those, but you could still hypothetically get one more of the the stocks. So just for curiosity, like
yeah, I guess
you're gonna buy 3 things and essentially use all your credits up.
Yeah.
How long did it take you to grind up for that?
Oh, like 5 minutes.
Oh, okay.
So the eliminate gauge on the top right, when you fill it up, it gives you like 50,000 points, and now that now that I upgraded it, it gives like 75,000 points if you get it to max. Now that's not like the easiest thing in the world, but yeah. Like, the reason why I stopped grinding is that, just like Dino Crisis 2, enemies just stop spawning after a while, and, like, a room is, like, permanently clear for a while. Alright, so... where am I going?
Yeah.
Right, okay. Okay.
Beep. Beep.
I think I remember how to do this. I did this yesterday, but this game
everything
is so
was the same.
It's so samey, and like it starts doing stuff like Dino Crisis 1, like find this passcode to open this door with random number.
Also, do you like how in the future, and they've been doing this for sci-fi since the 1950s, everything is just chrome and all the same, you know? It's like... I'm not saying they, like, in a big spaceship like this that you should be, like, decorating.
Yeah.
But it's like, everything is metal and chrome in the future because, it is the most efficient, and efficiency is all that matters in the future. And that's, yeah, that's definitely this general aesthetic. Like, how would you remember this one? Oh, the one with the dots. Right, yeah, the room with the dots. Yeah, I forgot, yeah. At least it does have a detailed map system. That's nice, but, yeah.
Yeah, but even then, it's like... whoops.
Imagine pressing start and not white.
Alright, so... I think I'll do this right. Pretty sure I need to grab something from here. I hope this isn't later, because I did this like a day or 2 ago, but like my memory just slips away.
Hello, random.
Okay, so that's the door I need. Okay, I actually do remember what I need to do. And it's not this way. Dang it.
Hello, random space velociraptor. Yes, hi.
It'd almost be quicker just for me to restart, but nah.
We also bought the stuff. Well, I guess you could just rebuy, but I mean, that's when you know you got a problem on your hands, when, you know, big carnivores just start, like, appearing places, like bending space-time. Like, imagine if you're just, like, sitting there, and all of a sudden, like, a bear, like, breaks space-time, like a big black bear, and you're like, oh, alright, well, that's it.
Did I just hear dinosaurs? Oh, yeah. Nope. Okay. If they're the little guys, I will kill them. If they're the big guys, it's just not worth it. No. Get away from me. And I pushed the wrong button.
God tier. Look at Patrick. He's just... Look at him. Just amazing.
Literally the most generic person possible.
Patrick Mick...
Thank you, camera angles.
Patrick Mick Sampson or something like that. Patrick Albright. There we go. Just the most random specific.
Why Albright?
I don't know.
Okay.
It's a name I thought of that could be any character in anything. Because you don't want it to be too generic and make it like Jefferson. Because that seems like you're phoning in, but you don't want to go crazy and call him Huschek or something like that. You gotta find just the right level. Oh, baby. Yeah, let's get recoveries.
Alright. Okay, yeah, this is what I do. All I had to do was turn right.
Rip.
And the unfortunate thing is that I get into a room, and it's like, hey, you need this thing from this room, and it's where I was going, so I was just like a step too ahead.
God, I hate how many it takes.
Yeah, it sucks. And you have to remember that they're 500 points apiece, so just to open that door is 4,500 points.
Like, even like 5, I'd be like, wow, okay, whatever.
Oh yeah, this place is anti-grav. I wish I could see what I'm doing. It'd be nice. Alright, so... I think I pretty much ignore this room for now. And then just go through here.
Please tell me that you get to fight dinosaurs while in anti-grav, and everyone's anti-gravity.
Of what I played so far, you don't do that, but I'm sure it's going to happen at some point.
That's very random. Also, the... I don't know if it depends on the room itself, but the way that rooms load in is different. Like, sometimes it's like a star wipe kind of thing. Sometimes it's like they all come apart.
Alright, so we have to access a room to... Yeah, so 9893, so remember that if possible.
Got it.
So yeah, that's where I was headed in the first place. And there's a lot of this type of stuff where it's like, hey, do you want to go to this random room and do this one specific thing and then backtrack to this other point? I don't know. I just hate this game.
But my story, my Dino Crisis.
Oh, it's probably gonna make me. Okay, I'm gonna do this right now. So there's a mechanic that yeah, random things will break. And the first time that this happened, I had no idea what to do. I was like, oh, you see those glowing crates that were in the other camera angle? I was like, is that what you do? But no, you just survive for 10 seconds and then it stops. So I don't need to go over there right now. But the first time I did it, I like died 2 times. So I was like, what do I do? What am I doing?
Also, like,
it'd be nice if they explained it or anything.
I mean, also, you would just instantly, like, die.
Alright, and I think the game at this point wants me to check this console. But it's like, it will not function because a lot of things in this game is just changing the ship's formation. So you go to some specific room and do some specific thing. Alright, we're gonna save that for later.
See ya. It does seem especially hard to,
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense because it's zero grav, but, I don't know. It doesn't make it necessarily fun. Alright, so now we're going to where I was going originally.
I love that one. That was like a clean slate across the board.
Hey. I don't think a whole lot spawned here.
Gotta
love not being able to see anything.
Yeah.
You just kind of shoot until auto aim stops doing its thing.
Yeah, that auto aim is...
It's just
something.
the worst thing about this game. I mean, my second biggest problem, and it's a huge problem, is that the environments are just so boring. But the biggest problem, by so much, is the camera system. And this is definitely the time when, like, if it hasn't been obvious, me and Spencer love Capcom, especially earlier Capcom. But there was something about their transition from the 90s to the 2000s, and I would say that, like, their dark age is, like, 2001 to 2007, 2008 or something. It's just, like, they had such a hard time transitioning from, like, the PS1 days into, like, more, like, current technologies, and they just didn't know what to do. Like, they ruined Mega Man, they ruined Dino Crisis, a lot of series, like Resident Evil 4 being good, it was a miracle, because there's so much documentation about the development cycle of Resident Evil 4, how it was, like, scrapped, like, 2 times, and, like, the dev team was just like, I don't want to work on this series anymore, and, like, just the fact that it ended up being good is just incredible.
They did do Devil May Cry.
Yeah. But even
but
that,
yeah.
Even that was like, oh, okay. Alright, yeah, go into here. Gotta remember all these generic doors.
It's the front deck accessway.
The code was 9893, right? Okay, I'm pretty sure it's 9893.
I thought it was 9894, but do yours.
Was it 4?
No, I think it's 3. Oh, yep. I was just testing you. Oh, sweet. And a cutscene?
So we're gonna see what happens, but there was one cutscene that happened that was completely silent, and I can't tell if it's the AV cord that I have being, like, bad, or just this game. I don't know what happened to it, but it's not this cutscene. I think it's the next cutscene. Alright, so that door... Oh, God. That door, you could use that code on a couple different doors, but it just unlocked all the ones that could potentially be it. Kind of confusing, but it's just whatever.
That's cool.
Alright. I don't even remember what these saves are. The only one that matters is, this one.
It's hard to believe you're only 35 minutes in.
Alright. Well, that's, like, strictly in-game timer. Like, it's definitely... I mean, the first part was, like, an hour. So.
Yeah, yeah. Still, 35 minutes of gameplay. It seems like even more than that.
It probably doesn't even load, like, load times or anything like that. Probably, like, cutscenes, it doesn't count the in-game timer. So, that's the only way that it makes sense to me. Alright, so I don't think there's anything else in this room. I'm sure if I break this crate, I'll get, like, 200 points or something worthless. The other unfortunate thing about this game is that exploration is almost never rewarded. I mean, there's nothing to explore, but a lot of times when you break crates, it's like, here's your 200 points. That's 1/12 of one small recovery. Here you go.
Yeah. And especially when you actually try to fight the dinosaurs, you would just blow it up so much more. Oh. Do you actually have to make that jump?
Am I even going the right way? I love pressing the wrong button because everything is the worst. I'm not going the right way. Epic.
We got this, lads.
Yeah, time to go into the next generic hallway that has lasers, so... I mean, how could I possibly get confused? I mean, everything's so finely crafted and not generic.
Yeah, it is very tough to design games like this. Maybe if it was a first-person shooter and you're just essentially always walking, like, straight, it would be fine. Cool.
Cool.
But in a game where you have to, like, explore and go back and forth and whatever...
This stupid camera angles.
That definitely makes it very tough.
Alright. Okay, so, this room. Alright. So there's some sentry bots that I want to kill, but this is a room that locks you in and you have to kill like 30 velociraptors. Could you shoot the thing that actually matters that I can kill? Okay, thank you. Alright, so one thing that actually confused me for a while is this jump. They expect you to make this, and I was like, how do you make it? It's like not even close. And like if you just jump, it's not high enough. And I was like, what do you do? Like, I was stuck on this for, like, probably, like, 20 minutes. I was like, what is going on? I can't do anything else. There's nowhere to go. But, if you dash off a cliff, then you still have your jump.
Oh, wow.
Oh, thank you, camera angle. Oh my god, I can't even tell what's happening. Alright, just... Oh, I didn't do right. Thank you for not doing whatever you did last time, camera. Okay. So lots of Velociraptors. I'm going to use the Juggernaut, which is basically sock'em punchers, I guess. But as you can see, they actually kill the dinosaurs instead of my pea shooter. That's nice. But
I only got 10 TC.
I also don't want to use too many because there's other stuff that happens in this part that sucks. And like some of these like lockout rooms, you're just like, I get it. Can I just go? I killed like 30 of them. Like, who cares?
Wow, it does take a lot of hits. Even when it was knocked on the ground, it was like, I'm not going yet.
The Juggernaut luckily does knock them to the ground, even if it doesn't kill them, so a lot of times it just gives you some breathing room.
Dang, small must give... I thought you were going to use a small. Small must give you, like, nothing.
Yeah, small at this point gives me, like, 1/4 health back. So I think I actually pretty much maximized that med pack, medium med pack.
Yeah, by my count, that's like 10 already.
It just sucks. It's like, you have to use these wasp items that cost, like, a good amount of money. And, it's like, it's not even, like, an actual item. Okay, there it is. It's not even an actual, like, weapon that you use. There's no skill involved. You just press X, and it does it automatically. It's like, push X or not to press X. That's your only gameplay option. Not done. I guess there's some hidden behind that wall.
Oh my god.
Is that it? Good.
Hey.
So yeah, not literally 30, but 15. It's just it
was
takes
about
so
15.
long.
Yeah. Plus, if
Thank you, camera angle.
If you're just shooting with the pea shooter.
Yeah, even the I picked up something called the wide shot, which is basically a shotgun blast, It's a little tiny bit better, but the problem is that the spread on it is ridiculously bad, and you have to be point blank for it to hit more than like a couple pellets. And it's like cool design for this game that if the Velociraptors touch me, it takes 1/3 of my life.
And especially one where you're moving at all times.
Especially this. Here's your awkward, fixed camera angle, but the controls are inverted as well. And thank you, camera angle. I don't know where I am. Oh, we're back here. Remember this place? Alright.
No. I literally...
This is where the airlock, the window broke.
Okay.
Alright, and I think I go back into here.
I like how you're like, remember this place? That's like, I literally do not.
Yeah.
I just saw it 5 minutes ago.
Alright, so at this point, because the formation changed, I guess gravity doesn't affect it anymore. I don't know. So this is a little awkward. You can't even see it, but I have to break the top crate over there so I can actually jump to this thing if the camera lets me. Okay, cool.
Okay.
Alright. Gotta make it over there. And this is where, God, please. Cool.
Oh, this is where you were before.
Yeah. I hope that doesn't go away when I do this. Alright, so we're gonna activate this.
What are we activating?
I have no idea. Power generator?
That Xbox controller. It's like pure vibration.
Yeah, so this is the cutscene that was like near silent for me. It's pretty much silent here.
Yeah. I like really have to turn it up.
So yeah, T-Rex comes and we do have to fight this. So, okay, Spencer. Imagine the Blood Will Tell camera angle, but it also changes the fixed whenever it wants. I have no control over it. I have no control over this.
So this is why you were saving that stuff.
Like, look at this. I can't see anything.
That's brutal. Because at least with the Blood Will Tell one, it's like Z targeting and Ocarina of Time. It's like always something.
Alright, so this T-Rex, I guess its power is that it can become electrified. I really don't understand like what's going on here. And unfortunately, so we have a boss that can make the entire floor become electrified, and I can barely see what's happening. So yeah, fun fight, right? And look how little damage the pea shooter is doing. But I don't really want to use the wasps that much while it's electrified, because it seems like it can damage the wasps. Maybe not the juggernauts too much, but I really don't want to risk it. And do you see, like, it just, I don't understand this camera. It's like, sometimes it's the boss camera and sometimes it's not. It just switched to it for like 1 second there.
Man. Also, you take way too little.
Yeah. I just got lucky that I didn't get hit there.
Yeah, cool.
I'm not sure if the juggernauts get affected by it. It definitely seems like it. I think they got destroyed because of that electrical thing. So a lot of times...
Wow, that was fast change.
Yeah, so a lot of times you're just waiting for this stupid thing to become not electrified, and it takes forever. I guess I'll switch to the... Whoops. Of course, start doesn't actually bring up the menu. You have to press select. Whoops. I'll switch to the shotgun.
Oh, baby.
And how different it is. Hi. Yeah, I can see what's going on. Do you see the spread on this thing?
Wow.
Like, it does do more damage. Especially if I am able to charge it up. But you have to get so close, and it's already always electrified.
Yeah, that's definitely something I want out of a gun against dinosaurs is something that you have to be right up next to it for.
It's not even worth using this thing.
So just literally use the wasps.
Oops. Yes, I can see what's happening. Alright, I already think it's electrified again. Fun. Alright, so switch to the projectile ones.
Here we go, Tempest.
Yeah, I just shot out one and got instantly destroyed, so... It's just, you can't win. I can barely see what's happening. This dinosaur takes 1,000,000 damage if it actually hits me. And I just died.
What?
That was fair.
You couldn't even...
I was mashing the menu button as hard as I could. So yeah, honestly guys, I think after this part I'm done with this game. I just cannot stand this game. It is just so bad. And this boss battle is just anti-fun. And later on, like immediately after this part, it gets to the point where you're like rearranging rooms and all the rooms look the same, but you have to make it in a very specific pattern to get somewhere else. And it's just like, I don't know. It's just, we get it. We get why this game is bad. And it's like, I really wanted to give this game a chance, but it's just so bad.
Rip.
It's just, especially now, it's like you're just looking at it and it's like just me complaining about it and Spencer not saying too much because there's nothing really to say. And it's like, oh yeah, everything looks the same. Oh, the camera angles are horrendous.
I guess I wish we could just skip to all the like cutscenes and stuff. But yeah, that cutscene is very quiet compared to the rest of the game, so I don't know what it is about it. Yeah, it's like you can never let off too much at once because it'll just become electrified and just mess everything up.
Yeah, and if you stand still to do a charge-up shot, which actually does okay damage, a lot of times it will just attack you with either projectile electric or whatever it wants. And it's not like the charge shot actually does like that much, it's just more than nothing. Yeah, fair. Just big AoE attack that I can't get away from.
Every charge shot probably takes like the equivalent of like 1/250th of life.
Yeah, and I hate going into the menu and like healing slowly. It's just such a pace breaker.
Okay, you can become unelectrified anytime now.
Yes, I would like to see what's happening.
And in general, it just goes so slow. You're what? Oh. Wow.
But very, very close to dead.
My God.
It's just, I was playing this game today and yesterday. I was just like, I was playing it. I was like, I am not having any fun. This game is a chore. I hate it. So, yeah, I just decided right now that I'm done with this game after this part.
Hey, at least you picked up the recovery large. You got another one. Yeah, even this boss, like, you used... I guess the game assumes you would have, like, a lot of juggernauts and whatever, but, like, you used, like, a lot of them, and it still has 60% of its life, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, and look at this charge shot. Oh, it does 1/100th of its health bar. It's better than nothing, which is what the feature does, basically. But, like, when I can't see... I just wish I could, like, toggle it. If it was just, like, push push R3 or click down the right stick to snap to boss camera. But they don't even give you that. It's either just, here's boss camera arbitrarily. I don't even understand how it works. Why did it just change there?
Wow, and when it decides it wants to use its tail, it's like ridiculous. We're gonna beat this boss though, lads. We're gonna do it.
It's like, of course, the charge shot has just like the worst controls of all time.
That takes a lot.
It's about the same.
Oh, is it? Well, beating this boss will zap all your items.
Yeah, pretty much. I can't.
Hey, Electric Boy, stop. But yeah, you're right. I know that all games like Resident Evils and the Dino Crisis, you have to go into the menu to do this, to like heal and stuff, but for a game as actiony as this, it really does feel like it just changes. And it just takes you out of the game. Also, it's the Australis. Wow. Good lord. It just goes on and on.
Yeah, it's just...
I feel like this is probably the point, if people get to it, that they're just like, I'm done.
And like, seriously, the first time I was like, is this a scripted losing battle? I was like, are you kidding me? You actually have to win this? Alright, don't turn into... Of course you go back in 1 second. I only have one more left, so... Gotta do the rest manually.
Only like 50 more of those shots. Yeah, and this is normal mode. It's just two... If this was the final boss, whatever. But it's like so much life. Like, what has this been, like a 7-minute boss fight for something where you can die in 1 second? Like, come on. We close, lads. Finish off with literally the pea shooter. And 20,000 is essentially nothing.
20,000 is buying back some of my recovery items. Alright, so... what do I do now? I forget. Do I just go through this door?
I will say it's dead for sure. For realsies, 100%. No question.
Yeah. Yeah, I had to activate the power so I can... And we did that just for a formation change, which is basically just to open a door in this room. I think velociraptors spawn into this room.
Yeah, even though that the game essentially tells you where to go a lot of the times, it seems very confusing.
Yeah, it's just... when I'm playing this casually, like, I mean, I've already been looking at the map constantly, but, like, casually, I'm just completely lost. This cutscene. There's so many cutscenes like this with the formation change, which looks cool, but that's all it is. It's like, look at this ship, how cool it is.
Wow.
Alright, so I'll try to get to the next part to kind of explain what I was complaining about with moving rooms around to get to other rooms, and then you have to find power generators to open other doors. It's like, this game is just monotony.
I'm curious what percentage, when you get done with this, what percentage of the game you'll be done with. Like, if it's like a super long game, like how you know, it works.
Oh, right. Yeah, this room sucks. Alright, so actually, So this room I have to unlock 2 control panels, I guess. Hey, we got some Tempest back.
Best part is you would not be able to open one of those locked doors at this point.
Yeah, I don't think there's any Juggernaut locked doors. We get a 3rd Wasp, which is like a red one that's an explosive. That's pretty good, but it's pretty similar to the other 2.
Oh, wow. Not the worst thing, but that still seems pretty hard.
Now this part is pretty awkward. You have to jump into this room. It's electrified. You can barely see what's going on.
Wow. You would never know, otherwise you would just jump in.
Alright, so that's one of them. At this point, Velociraptors have spawned in, so we have to do all that crap while Velociraptors are spawning in. Doesn't that sound like fun?
Sounds like classic Resident Evil stuff. Do anything, enemies appear. But yeah, I will echo, I'm not playing, but the camera changes a little too often.
It's just so jarring.
It didn't know if it wanted to be like a fixed camera or one that follows you, and maybe even in a slower game like a Resident Evil would be fine, but in a game where you're just moving so fast
This part.
And doing so many specific jumps.
I don't know how you get past this part without taking any damage. If you get crushed by those things, I don't think it necessarily takes any damage, but you get stunned, and if you're on the electric floor, then the electric floor takes a bunch of damage. And there is a chance that dinosaurs are there too.
Cool. Elevator activated! Exclamation point. Just activate the elevator, bro.
Where is one of these elevators? One over here. So this was, if you remember, Morpheus was like, hey, get to the main bridge, and we finally got to the main bridge.
Is he there? Do we get to see him?
We do get to see him.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Let me tell you, the payoff is well worth it. There's so much story happening, so much stuff going on.
Good work back there. Looks like you're both safe.
Yeah, and I found something interesting. Take a look at this.
Still using discs.
Yeah, imagine. I love, like, retro looks into the future. And it's basically just existing technology, but, oh, it's cooler looking.
I am Satoko Evans, the captain of the Ozymandias. 194 days after leaving Earth, the Ozymandias was exposed to harmful cosmic rays. One after another, the passengers began dying in rapid succession, and before long, it was clear that there would be no survivors. In light of such a disaster, I saw only one possible course of action. I commanded Mother to recreate an immigrant colony using samples of our DNA and cell samples aboard the ship. It was the only way to fulfill our dream of settling on Alpha 2. Mother is a superior machine. She possesses the ability to learn. I have faith that she will be able to revive the colony.
Seems good.
So they were trying to create human beings.
That's ridiculous. Mother could never accomplish such a feat.
Well, never say never.
So you're saying that human beings, created courtesy of Mother, are roaming around on this ship?
More importantly, those prehistoric lizards. How did they get on this ship in the first place?
I'm not gonna mention that they're like zombies or whatever they
There's
are.
someone on board.
stay here to fully grasp the situation. Patrick, I'm leaving the investigation bit to
Patrick,
you.
do everything.
Now go.
Yes, always. We'll stay here and look at these things.
I would seriously be more inclined to continue playing this game if I could switch it to girl. So I don't have to play as this generic, boring guy. Alright, so we got the Inferno. It's basically the same thing, but it's like a bomb. And it's cool, I guess. Luckily, it doesn't hurt you, although it looks like it hurts you if you get in contact with it. Alright.
Hey, we're just gonna stand here and just work on this main bridge. So just go where the places all the dinosaurs are. Thanks.
Yeah. Like, even if I switched to Morpheus, it'd be like, oh man, just at least some variety. I think I went the wrong way.
Futuristic elevators. So, everyone on the ship died because of harmful cosmic rays, which you think they would have, like, worked out at this point if you're, like, traveling through this, like, you know, and this huge spaceship, that they would have that all worked out. But whatever. And did they say the reason that dinosaurs are around is, like, did they say that yet?
They did not say that at all.
Okay. I wonder if it's they took the human DNA, right? And then whatever DNA that was there, and that this computer created all these dinosaurs. Could definitely see that.
Who knows? It's probably like the most generic possible story.
Hey, you only have 50,000 blocks left. I'm a little worried.
Ooh, and this game needs 5.
The only way you could ever use up the original Xbox's hard drive is if you put a bunch of music on it. Because just saving games, never.
Was I going the right way? It wasn't a wasted trip because I bought healing items that I forgot to do, but...
Lower main bridge, bro. We got this. Imagine not just pressing the map button.
Alright, so... well, I don't remember how to get to the next part. This is what this game does you. Just everything's the same. It's just purgatory.
And then they show you the map and they're like, just go here. And you're like, I see it on the map and I still don't know.
Let's go into the middle portion. I literally did this today. Can't open those doors, that's for sure. I need to formation change or something stupid. Yeah. I think the door over here is the same. Let's talk to Morpheus. Hey, bud. Please help me. Check out the area. Thanks. Heh. Wow. Very useful.
wow. Yeah, it is really hard to remember which doors are which. Holy crap.
So this both leads to the lower main bridge. We're gonna end the part here because I just don't remember what to do.
So that is almost super likely the last you're gonna see of this game, lads. Because it is not very good. So that is it. We can assume that all three of them make it out okay. And the dinosaurs are there because space reasons. And that's the reason for that.
Of course, this dinosaurs do nothing when I want to die. Yeah, okay, you piece of garbage.
Alright, we'll see you next time on a different game. This was a let's try.
I mean, I might. I don't know.
Ooh! There's a chance.
I
won't put finale. I won't put finale up quite yet, but at least we got to see the big boss.
Spencer's been like uploading stuff or making stuff public later, so he'll know if this is finale or
Yeah.
not.
All right. We'll see you then, lads. Maybe. Bye.